What's up, YouTube? How's everything going? E-Rod here, just doing a little live action stuff, just see if there's anybody out there. If anybody comes on and wants to watch, it'll be good. If not, just want to show some books off that I got recently within the last few days. Hey, Gorilla Grods, what's going on? Wobbles, what's going on? How's everything? Thanks for joining, guys. Yeah, so, like I was saying, just came on. Had a nice little stack of books. Got some nice CGC books back recently. So I wanted to share with the community, show you guys what I picked up. Yeah, getting close to the holidays. So, I wanted to get this video in. Probably won't get one next week, but the week after we'll be back. Hopefully New York Warriors. New York Warriors are on today, so Chilling with the New York Warriors is on. Check them out today at 10 o'clock, all right? They always got a good show. What else is going on? Daniel, how's everything, brother? What's going on? The Heroes Initiative auction's been doing great. Big shout out to Edwin from Strictly Comics. He's just done an amazing job, organizing that. It was a lot of work. Actually, they had so many items that they have to add an extra night. So just follow Edwin on Instagram and those channels. J-Rod, what's up, my brother? Oh, wow. Wobbles is saying, wow, Canadian. When is that? Jim Lee and Todd McFarlane will be headlines at Fan Expo Canada in 2019. I enjoyed Canada. I would definitely go up there for another show. I heard all the shows up there are really good. You get Ken Lashley up there because he's a regular guy up there too, right? So let me know when that is. I might make a trip up there. That might be interesting just to try different cons. Oh, it's in August. Okay. I did not get the Deodato one, bro. I missed out on that. I slept on that. Amazing Murphinator put me up on it, but a little too late. Eli, what's going on? Congratulations, Eli. So, yeah, you missed out on it too? Yeah, I wish I had gotten it because that's actually a pretty nice one. And it's not a high ratio. I don't think that was the 1 in 25. It was like a 1 in 10, right? But it became a hot book. But you know what I did pick up was that I really liked? Where Marvel did these villain covers for Fantastic Four. Like Marko Djurjevic did this one here. And I just saw the Spidey Delato variant. That is really nice. They're doing a pre-sale today, right? I believe it is. They're starting with it, right? Wobbles. Really, really nice. Anyway, going back, the initiative, they did a really good job. Everybody came out and supported the initiative. It's done really well. There's one more show that's going to be coming out, and go out there, support it, and check it out because it goes to a really, really good cause. This one here too. Miles Morales and Djurjevic did this. It's the Molecule Man. I love it. Anybody knows this book is a book that I spec'd on, and a couple of me, Biggie's, GPAP were talking about this book for a while. This is one of those characters that's underrated right now in the Fantastic Four universe that somewhere along the line you might see come along, and that's Fantastic Four Annual number 5. Because number 6 with Franklin Richards and Annihilator just blew up. Yeah. Did you guys see this one here? Look at that one. The Mole Man. Oh my God. That's just crazy. Loved it. This is the problem with variants like this. I get sucked right in just because these are so nice. So I got these all at my LCS. Hey, Jesus, what's going on, my brother? How you been? Hey, Jesus, I got something to show you, bro. Just hang out tight real quick. I'm going to show you something in a minute. But my LCS was doing their movie premiere sale. So usually, that they were big O. They were some really nice ones. With those Fantastic Fours. They did a pretty good job. But he does the movie premiere night, and he does anything between 20 and 60% for everything in the store. So I had my pull. I had a couple of them out there that I hadn't picked up, these books being there. And they have a gigantic wheel. They roll the wheel. They make a full event of it. alcoholic, non-alcoholic beverages because it's an after-hours thing. So it's pretty cool. And it came out 60%. So all of my books were 60%. So if we're talking, you know, a $5 book, 60%, you know, I was paying $2 for a $5 book. So I did really, really well. I had this on my pull there, Red Hood, the Yasmin Putri variant. I'm loving the artwork. That this style right now is just fire to me. I really, really like it. Another one that Putri did was the Nightwing. I just love it. I love it. I think that shit is sick. With a blue marker, that blue paint, Sharpie paint, Amazing Murphinator put me up on. Across this, if Yasmin Putri is at New York Comic Con or any of the local cons, I'm going to definitely shoot out there if it's local and try and get a couple of the books signed. Probably get a couple slabs. Martina did a really good job on the Deathstroke. I like that. Merry X-Men Holiday Special. Took it just because it's got that Japanese art style vibe to it. Martina on Batman number 60. Look at that Bane. I mean, he draws a great comic book, but look at the Bane he drew there. I mean, it's amazing. He just kills it on these covers. And then some more Martina, I believe this is on Suicide Squad number 49. So very nice. And again, all of these books were 60% off. Got this great Miles Morales variant for his new ongoing series. Went to see this on Saturday. And oh my God, just loved it. Loved it. Loved it. I actually found it on the Fire Stick the next day. Watched it again. It was that good. Probably my favorite animation movie in a long... J-Rod, you're going to love it, bro. I mean, you know, guys who have watched my channels for a long time will know that Miles and X-23 are my two favorite modern characters. Miles more than anything, just because of the whole urban vibe that he gives out. It's a fresh take on Spider-Man. He's every minority kid's version of Spider-Man with a lot of the things he does, yet he still reaches everybody. He's an everyday man Spider-Man. Love him. If you haven't really read this, in this book, the Ultimate Fallout 4, right now, I believe a 9.8, it's like $400 for a 9.8. So it's getting its due, and that's not, you know, including the Jajervik 1 in 25, which is in the stratosphere. It's like $1,000 book now. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, J-Rod. It's just, I mean, the book just took off 2 years ago. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. I got 2 copies of Ultimate Fallout 4 signed by Sarah Pacelli and Justin Ponsner, and I had Sarah Pacelli do a head sketch remark of Miles on both of them. I got a 9.6 and a 9.8, and I'm so happy that I got them when I did, because now, you know, just it's become a commodity. And then the other thing I did pick up, another character who's another one that's hot, is the Batman Who Laughs. And this was actually a really good read. I enjoyed this. This was good. And I love this Capullo cover. So Capullo usually does New York Comic Con, so I'll probably try and get Capullo. It's Capullo and Snyder, right? And Jock did some work on this too, actually. But I'll be trying to get that signed. This was the cover to get for me out of the two. I loved what Jim Lee did here in Batman Damned. And again, this was 60% off, so I couldn't pass it up. Definitely happy to get that in my collection. But I mean, that's a badass cover. Another, the interiors here that Bermehu's doing are amazing. I mean, just some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful art. Loved it. Yeah, magazine Mylars. Yeah, I ordered them right through eGerber, and I got a pack of Mylars and a pack of the M2 backing boards. The only thing I don't like about the backing boards as much is it doesn't fit completely all the way to the top on the magazine. But if you double them up, you can probably get them. But these are nice. These are real nice. All right. So Jesus, told you I was going to show you a little something. So today I went to my spot where I get some books, and I had ordered a variant. I ordered a couple sets of a variant that I've been waiting for a while, and the cover to this is just amazing. You guys were talking about the new Spider-Man that just came out for Scorpions by Delato, I believe it was, right? Well, as good as Delato is to me, this guy is top tier with Matina and Delato, and that's Perillo. And look at this. Ready? Nah, you know what, Joker, they're not that expensive. I buy my Mylars right through eGerber. So I'll buy in bulk. I'll buy about 200 of each, and it comes out a lot cheaper for me, with shipping and everything else, because they're expensive to ship. But if you buy in bulk, you do all right. If you're using that many, I use quite a bit. My rule of thumb is usually any book over $40 in value, I put in a Mylar. You can have your own gauge. That's what I use. But anyway, back to these. Ready, Jesus? Here you go, brother. Check this shit out. Look at that. That's the Batman Who Laughed #1. This is the Perillo variant. I mean, just crushed it on it. And then this is the black and white. Just with the red for blood, and on their mouths, their smile. And then this is the one right here. That's the color version. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It's crazy. It is crazy what he did on this. Soda Pop, how's it going? Nice, thanks for coming out. These are Scorpion had a pre-sale on these, so I had ordered them. But if you go on my Instagram page, I'm gonna have a set of these up for a raffle on Instagram probably tomorrow. They'll be up, and it's an affordable raffle. I usually make them affordable, and you get the shot to get a near mint set. I get to pick my sets, so that I guarantee you is a near mint. Usually I get to pick them at 9.6, 9.8 worthy. I actually got a second set that I'll probably be saving for the New York Warriors auction, and we'll be auctioning this off in January when the New York Warriors are back with their auctions. No, this was an online sale, Daniel. Scorpion Comics. You could probably go on their website and take a look. I don't know if they're sold out. They were pretty close to selling out on the Virgins, I believe it was. So I'll have a set for Instagram. I'll have a set for the New York Warriors auctions. The Warriors are going to be doing auctions every Tuesday, starting in January again once New Year starts up. And then I have a set for myself. So I picked up 3 sets. That's usually what I do. I'll auction off a set. I'll raffle off a set, and then 1 set for me. But super, super nice. I was happy to get those. What else? Oh, Big Lion, how's everything, my brother? Gills, you guys have seen his videos and everything, right? He's the guy that had all those amazing books he picked up for like $1.25 a piece. So I actually purchased 2 books from him. I ordered the Elvira also, Joker. That was really nice. I like that a lot. But anyway, from Gills, I ordered 2 books. I ordered a super high grade copy of Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man #90, and mid-grade copy of Amazing Spider-Man. This book is beautiful, except it has a crease that runs through that's barely breaking color. I'll press this out, but it will still have the crease. So mid-grader, probably like a 7.5, probably after. There were literally no other defects on this book. Just that crease going down it. But it does run along the length like that, say. And it slightly breaks color in a couple of places. So, but for the price I got it for, I was super happy. And he was kind enough, he threw me another copy of this. number 90, and this is an early black suit appearance, and a copy of this. I mean, just so kind of him. I was floored. I thanked him. It was really, really great. Teen Titans 44. Anybody knows it's first appearance of Dick Grayson as Nightwing and the first Jericho, and I believe it's also the origin of Deathstroke. But anybody watch Titans? Because this has been awesome. I mean, I can't wait till he becomes Nightwing. But Titans has just been a super, super, super great series. I've been loving it. Just everything about it has been fun. All right, let's see. Yeah, those 252s, man, they keep going up. Andy Dockery, what's going on, my brother? Oh, yeah, I'm pressing some books for Andy Dockery. For those of you that don't know him, he's on Instagram a lot also. And he bought a high grade copy. Is it all right if I tell him what book it is? And anyway, you guys will probably see it. He bought a high grade copy of a book, and had one little flaw. And he bought a Teen Titans 2, and it was gorgeous. The only issues with it were there weren't any bends or anything. It was just a little waviness on the top, a little waviness on the side, and had one tick that looked like it might not break color. And we pressed it out, and it didn't break color. It came out. I sent him pictures on it, and he was really happy with it. He's gotten books pressed by me before, so I appreciate the fact that he trusts me with his treasures. 140, 130 at the con, right? You know what, Eli? The 252, and I'll tell you right now, it's picked up a lot of steam, but also that Peter Parker is another one that people are sleeping on because it's picked up a lot of steam. I'm just trying to see this. Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 252 in a 9.8. The last one, you can't see it there. Anyway, the last one sold for $650 just recently, and it's got a 90-day GPA of $622 for a 9.8. Then you go down to a 9.6, and you're at about $230. So there's a big, difference, but if you can get it for a decent price, it's still worth grading. And a 9.4, you said you saw it for $130. $9.4 is going. The last one sold for $175. 90-day GPA has been $156. That's a good price. Comic Art Talk. How's everything, brother? So that's a really good price. But the one I was telling you guys about is Spectacular Spider-Man. If you look at Spectacular Spider-Man number 90, and if you can get that book, and it's a black book background, so it's tough, but a 9.8, the GPA for 90 days was $500 on it. So that book really went up. Really, really went up. So and this has been a 2-week journey. I also went to pick up my son at school. He's away at college, so I went to pick him up for the holidays, and I found a honey hole up there where I'm always kind of like digging through their bins. It's a huge store, and it sells CDs and video games, toys, and it has a whole section geared towards comic books. So I kind of like pick through that place and just take all of the minor keys out of that place every time I go. Anytime something new comes up, on the key collector app, when I go up there, I'll use that up there, and I'll look around and I'll find some things. And I had gone there. I did get a copy of this. I picked up a full set up there, just to have. I try to have 2 sets of these because I really like the Batman Damned. So I picked that up there. Picked up Fantastic Four, the Doctor Doom variant for Amazing Spider-Man, which I just loved. Just an awesome Doctor Doom. And it's a Delato. But just a great, great, great Doctor Doom. Picked up 2 of these there while I was there. Cover price. Just because, again, like I said, I want to get 1 signed, maybe 2 of these signed. And I picked up the Black Order just because that's a sick cover. I like that. So I got those for cover price. Yeah, Wobbles, that Delato it's great, isn't it? I knew what you were talking about. I was just kind of like holding off until I got up to where I got the hole on it. But look at that. Killer. And, just for a villain's variant. Really, really nice. But they had, cover price. And they only had 1 copy left, so I jumped on it. What they did have is some of their back issues, where they have their back issues at. They had a sale, and it was buy 1, get 1 at 50% off. And I literally walked in, as I was walking in, the guy was buying an ASM 300 there. I think they wanted like 125. It was a mid-grader. I would have took that in a heartbeat. With a press, it probably would have got, bumped up a little bit. It would have been well worth it. But he snatched it up, and then he bought some other book. But I did find these. So these are all super high grade, probably 96, 98 candidates for Thor 340. 339. 338. Did they Boondocks? Oh, that's horrible. The Boondocks is saying that the Diamond shipped all of those Marvel villain variants damaged to his area. And then the key. This is a 9698 candidate. When I say that, it can be a 98, but it's just going to depend on the day of grading. But it's crystal clean, white pages. Oh, it was pristine. And I got this for, well, if I did buy 1, get 1, they wanted $75 for this, and the other book I bought was $75 also. So I got this for $50 for all 4 books. And they're all 98 candidates. This is the money book right here. Just a sweet, sweet book. A book I keep specking on. I've been picking this up, as you guys have seen, every chance I get. That's a character that somewhere along the line is going to deserve the opportunity to be on screen. Well, I mean, let's say they want to continue Thor's story arc and Hemsworth no longer wants to be Thor. They want to go in a different direction. What better way than Beta Ray Bill, you know? You know what, Joker? My older one does. He still reads. He reads more of the graphic novels. So he reads all story arcs. He's a gigantic Spider-Man enthusiast and X-Men. He got that from me when he was, a little guy. My youngest son, he's a gamer. He's nothing to do with comics. He knows all about it. Knows characters, knows origins, can tell you issues just from seeing his dad all the time with videos and stuff like that. He's actually the person who encouraged me to start my YouTube channel. So I always tell him it's his, because of him that I've been doing what I've been doing for the last 3 years now. Really, Simonson, the Comic Arts Talk said that Simonson still owns the original artist. That's got to be in the thousands now. Won't let him go. And if you haven't met Simonson at a con, what a gentleman. I mean, just an awesome gentleman. A lot of people get Beta Ray Bill head sketches because sometimes what he'll do at a con is he'll sit down and bang out head sketches, 5-minute head sketches for free. And he did it 2 years ago at East Coast. And I got him to do Archangel, which is another character that he created with his wife. And Beta Ray Bill will probably be the next one I would get him to do because it's another one of his creations there. And then the other book that I picked up there for $50 is another 9698 candidate for Amazing Spider-Man number 299. Tough book to get in a 98, but this has a shot, probably like a 96, 98 tops. So probably those books that I'm probably going to be sending out somewhere along the line with all the other books that I've been sending out. But that Amazing Spider-Man, if you looked it up, $2.99. Then 9.8, $2.99 is a $300 book. So if I paid $50 for this, I put 30 into slabbing it, and it comes back a 9.8, I'm ahead of the game. If it comes back a 9.6, going for $128, I'm still ahead of the game. Not as much. $80, I'm $50 ahead of the game. Still ahead of the game though, so worth it. Take the shot for that 9.8. So those are all the books that I picked up. Now I'm just going to show you some CGC submissions that I got back. 3 months ago, I sent a value tier out to CGC, myself, Big E's, and Manny NYC. We sent out some books to get graded and just got them back last week. So I'm going to share these books with you guys now. I got 5 books back, and I think Biggie's got 3, Manny got 2. So, you know, it was worth it. All these books I pressed. And if there's a good, the bad, there's one book that I think I misgraded the book when I really looked at it. Now that I went through it, I thought it was going to be a higher grade than it was, but they might be right on the mark with it. And it's this one here, and that's Aquaman. See right there, number 29. First Ocean Master, just in time for the movie. This bad boy is out. This will be up for sale in one of our auctions when the time comes along. First appearance of Ocean Master. Great book to have from 1966. So, book is 52 years old. Yeah, big line. It took me 3 months, a little bit over 3 months. Like they said, about 14 weeks. They were pretty much on the money with it, so it wasn't too bad. Got that back, and then there's a book I was specking off for a bit. I picked up a couple of copies. I got 1 copy, which I got graded previously. I bought that for like $60, and then another one I paid $80. And they were great investments for me because I bought them. Submariner number 5. I'd have to look. I know I have a number 1, and I have some lower numbers. I don't know if it's a number 5. Is it a specific cover? Because I'd have to look. But all right. So here's the book, and that's Amazing Spider-Man number 101. First appearance of Morbius, and this is another book that has just climbed dramatically. So, first Tiger Shark. Yeah, I believe I do have a copy of that. I'd have to look around. That's a Buscema cover, right? I believe it is. It's a great cover. I know exact cover that you're talking about. But anyway, so I got this one here. I paid $60 on Instagram, no, on Facebook on an auction. Yeah, I wish this was a 9.6. No way. 9.6 on this book is big money. But this came back a 6.0. So I'm super happy with this, because a 6.0 right now on this book. The last 6.0 sold in November for $400. I paid $60 for this book, plus the grading. So, great investment. I got a good return on my investment. You know, and that's what it's all about. You know, trying to get as much back for your book as you can. Another book that I picked up a couple years back. And I just got it graded. I'm happy with the grade. So I paid nowhere near what it's worth now. I'm just looking up the GPA on it. That way I'll have it for you guys here. First Tiger Shots, your Grail, Gorilla. You know what? I'd have to look and see. If I have an extra copy, then I would put it up in one of our auctions. Here's the next book. First Craven. And I paid nowhere near what this book is. But I was really, really, really happy. Yeah, big line. We're close. 5.0. The last 5.0 sold in November for $795 on this book. It's a steady climb. The 90-day GPA on this was almost $700. I paid like $2.25, I believe, for this book when I got it. So to get that kind of a return, I was really, really happy. So now I have in my collection 13, 14, and 15. I also have First Doc Ock, and what's the other one I have? I have another major key. I'm drawing a blank right now. But the low number Spideys, that was a great book for me to have and to get back in that grade. I'll take those books in a 5.0. 4.0 is probably my sweet spot. 5.0 for those up to, like the 1 through 20 keys, the big numbered ones. What else did I get here? Two more books. I saw this book. I've wanted this for a long time. I pressed one of these out for Joker M21. Hey, Pope Service, what's going on, brother? How you been? What's good? So I pressed one of these up. I pressed this up for Joker M21, and I've always wanted one. And I found an eBay seller who was not a comic book seller, shall we say. Didn't have a high ratings as far as number of sales or anything else, and offered a price on a book, and the person came back with another price, and it was, hey, Dre Boogie, what's going on, bro? How's everything? Yeah, Joker's got jokes. He wants me to give him that ASM 15 as his Christmas present. But anyway, I got this for a killer deal, and I pressed it out, cleaned it up, and this is the book. And just that iconic Neil Adams cover. Just look at that. And it had some issues with the spine, but other than that, this book was awesome. And 5.0, that's the census. Yeah, you know what? You would think it's got some ticks there, but other than those ticks, everything else on this book is super clean. Gorilla Grodd 6 is 6.0. Any other takers? Pope Service, hit me up on Instagram and just DM me on there. That's usually the easiest way to get in touch with me, and I'll answer right through there. And then I'll give you my pricing, and we'll exchange addresses and everything else, and we can do it that way. Anyway, so Comic Art Talk says 5.0. Big Line says 5.0. Gorilla Grodd says 6.0. And let's peel this one back. 7.0. This book is clean, though, like I told you. The back needed a pressing when I got it. I cleaned it up. And I got a 7.0 on this. So I was super happy. Super happy. Really nice book. And then I got one more book I want to show you guys. And I did well on this book only because of the boom. I bought it just in time. Just in time. Last year's East Coast Comic Con. There's a vendor that I buy from at New York. At New York, there's not that many. There's a couple of vendors with decent prices. Dale Roberts has some great books over there, and he's always fair, but his books are higher end. But if you're looking, he's probably one of the most accurate graders on raw books I've ever met. He does an annual sale on the CGC forums, and I usually buy from him if I can. And his is spot on with his grades. He's a half a grade over all the time. So usually, you'll get an extra bump on your book, or he's right on it, right there. And there's another gentleman that I buy every year from, and he's always been fair with me. He lets me take the books out, inspect the books. We go through them. I saw a big line. I saw that 283 and a 9.8. What'd you pay for that, if you don't mind me asking? But anyway, I inspected. I went, and he had a book up on a shelf that I wanted. And it was a big book for me. I wasn't going to buy it, and my son, who collects, was with me. And he's like, you got to take it, Dad. That's a book you've been after for a long time. You wanted forever. Go for it. So I went for it. And I picked up this here. Hulk 180. And it's the first cameo appearance of Wolverine. Okay, that's a good deal, big line. It costs you $30 just to slab a book anyway. So that's a good deal if you paid that. So I got this. And I paid, I'll tell you exact price I paid. I paid $350 for this book. At the time, that was for me. Disney is doing that merch, and anything X-Men or Fantastic Four shot through the roof. And yeah, I wish it was a 9.0 Gorilla Grodd, I'll tell you that much. It really looks good, but it has a couple little flaws. It has an impact mark on the bottom right there in that area. There's an impact mark that hurt the book bad. There was something else on it. Oh, up top, up top here, there's a tick that breaks color. Tough to see, but there's a tick that breaks color. But anyway, still a beautiful book, and this book's just shot up through the roof. Yep, 8.0 Gorilla Grodd. Still almost an $800 book now. 8.0. So double my investment. Yeah, you were right on the money, big line. Super happy to have this. This is a super key for me to have in the collection. I don't have a 181, if you could believe that, just because I slept on it too long. I don't know if I want to pay the money for it. I have a plan on what I'm going to do next year. I started it this year and got a little sidetracked from my plan. But my plan this year is, between all the books that I sell and my pressing and everything like that, it's going to fund my Hulk 181. So I'm going to do a progression and see. You sold 5 181s. Look at that. Yeah, it's the time right now to flip. It's a seller's market. Yeah, and now at the prices you're going to pay for it, it's going to be tough. But it's a seller's market. But those are the 5 books I got. January, I'm going to be sending out two more submissions. I'm going to be sending a modern tier, which have been coming back in about 5 weeks. I like that. And then I'm going to send another value tier. Me and the Warriors are going to send some more books out there. Oh, you sold them before it went up? Oh, man. Yeah, it's the game, though. It happens. You know how many books I've sold? And then all of a sudden the book just flies off and takes off, and you're like, Jesus Christ. So, that's part of the comic game, But that's my haul. Those are my books. Appreciate. I got 20 people out here talking. I love it. I love it. I appreciate that. You want to get me an all black Astros hat, buddy? Come on now. You guys win one World Series. You can't be talking, Jesus. Although I tell you what, you have an amazing stadium. For those that don't know, I do stadium tours every year. I've been doing them for like the last 15 years. I'm down to 5 stadiums. And 2 years ago, I went out to Texas. I did Arlington, and I did Houston, and I loved Houston. Houston has an area where you can stand in the outfield, and it has like a cutout. It's like a balcony, and you can stand all the way inside the balcony. And if you're standing on the edge of that balcony, you're overlooking the players in the outfield. It was awesome. It was a great view. Loved it. Loved it. It was a really nice stadium. Yeah, Comic Art. Hit me up on Instagram. Whatever you need, just let me know. I'm pressing some books right now. Taking some care of 4 books for somebody. I'm almost done. And then I have nothing major going on. I'm just pressing some books for myself. So if you want to hit me up and send them to me right after the holidays, we can get them started. Get me before the con season starts, because once April starts, I start getting a lot of books from the New York and local area guys. And besides the books that I press and everything else, so that I can get graded and signed. Yes, I did, Joker. I went to Detroit. A couple of years back. I want to say like 3 or 4 years back. I drove out, and I went out to Cincinnati. No, yeah, it was Cincinnati. I did Cincinnati, Detroit, and Cleveland. It was a great. Anytime, Angie. You know what? I appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. And yeah, whenever you got any books for me, just hit me up. You and I already have done business before. We'll take care of that. But yeah, I did hit Detroit. That was a great stadium. I hit a different stadium. But I tell you what, one of the best. I did a California road trip. Not this year. This year I went to Toronto. The year before I did a California road trip. I did all 5 stadiums. I went for 2 weeks to to California. And San Francisco was probably one of the best stadiums I've ever been to. It was just amazing. Just a beautiful, beautiful stadium. But, Sky Dome. But, that's my rant on that. Thanks for coming out, guys. I appreciate you guys, sitting here and listening to me just talk about my passion, showing the books that I love, and showing stuff that I got. And thanks for the support. Go check out the New York Warriors tonight at 10 o'clock. Chilling with the New York Warriors is on. See Biggs and the boys out there. They always have a good show, a lot of fun. And go check out Strictly Comics. They're finishing off their Hero Initiative.